Добрый вечер, good evening. It is me, Viktor Dmitrievich Huliganov, carrying on with the new style of Huliganov vlogging. This means 3 elements. We've got first the Russian language lesson, and today is the 6 letters which are the same in Latin letters and Cyrillics. Secondly, there will be a joke, and finally a song. So, first part. Russian letters the same as English letters. These 6 letters, they make up the word KOMETA. They are the same in both languages. Russian language has 33 letters and the English language has 26 letters. But of this is a shared, you could say, 6 letters. But, the big but, we have slight tricks with each of these letters. Bear in mind that the letter K and the letter O and the letter M and the letter T, they look exactly the same when they're written big or when they're written small. It's only the size difference. It's not a different shape. If you look at the English texts, you will see these 4 letters have a slightly different shape when they're written big and small, except for O. Is its same basic shape in Latin letters when it's big and small, but K, M and T, they will change their shape. And if you look at Y and A, they have the same shape change between big and small letters that you have in the English alphabet. Other tricks within these words. If you look at the O, you'll notice when I said KOMETA, which means comet, by the way, that I didn't say KOMETA. The only time that you will give the O its full force, O, like a very rich Russian O, somebody kicked my backside, O, it hurt. Yeah, this is very Russian sound, O, but it's only when you have the full stress on that syllable. It's only one stress in any Russian word, and so only one O will be sounding like O if it's got the stress on it. In this word, it doesn't take the stress. The stress is on the Y, and so the O sound like a KOMETA. Okay, even though it's written O, it's not written A, except in Belarusian language. Then they do that, but not in Russian. Okay, so M. Notice on M is another little tricky, and this always start at the bottom left hand corner. You cannot put the starting from the top left hand corner like some people do in English. That is another way of writing the letter T, which we will show you in a minute. Okay? It's usually often written that way. When you handwrite it, the T looks like the M starting at the top in English. Okay, now I want to talk to you a little bit about the letter Y. You will say, oh, he's written the letters KOMETA and he's saying them KOMETA. It's because in Russian you have a soft set of vowels and a hard set of vowels. The hard vowels are going A, U, O, U, and the soft ones, they're going Y, Ye, Yi, Yo, Yu. And so each vowel has a hard and a soft equivalent. And we use this shape to show the soft E. So it's Y and not E. If you want to show E, then you make it like a euros, but you turn it backwards. And that will give you the E without this softened Y, like a Y in English at the beginning of it. Okay? If you want to take this sound like the English E, then you have to say yeah. Okay? You remember that? Yeah, of course you remember. Okay, so this was about the last letter A. I don't have to tell you too many trickies because it's not a big deal. Once again, if it's not got the stress, it's not really a full A. Кто ты? Так? If it's not got the stress, it's just A. Yeah, KOMETA, like that. This is like the way in Russian you only really giving to the big vowel with the stress on, you giving it the full richness, and to the others they are sort of smaller and easier to speak. That's why Russian is not a difficult language to speak, because you don't have to really put your whole heart and soul into every syllable, just into the ones which have this stress. Okay, it's not like some languages which stress everything the same, like French and Japanese. Is every word has one stress, and you have to hear where the stress is. And if you change the stress, you change the meaning. Okay, enough of Russian lesson for today. Let's look at a joke. Okay, and the joke which I have in mind for you this evening is interesting joke from former Soviet Union. There are two middle-aged men sitting together on the park bench. They're not saying anything, they don't know each other, they're just sitting there reading newspapers. And all of a sudden this teenager walked by with a very long hair, and basically the gentleman say to the other gentleman, look at the young people today, look at the teenagers today. When I was a child, you could really tell who were the boys and who were the girls. I look at this one, I don't know if he's a boy or a girl. And the other person look at him and go, do you mind? That you are talking about is my son. And he turned to the other man and say, I'm really sorry, I did not realize that you were his father. And he said, I am not, I'm his mother. So, I hope you found that amusing. It was found amusing when it was first published in the Compendium of Soviet Jokes 1976. Either 1976 or 1936, I'm not sure now, but anyway, it was funny at the time. And the final element will be the song. Ой, мороз, мороз, не мороз меня, не мороз меня, моего коня, белогривого. У меня жена, ой, ревнивая, у меня жена, красавица, ждет меня домой, ждет, печалится. Я вернусь домой на закате дня, напою жену, обниму коня. Ой, мороз, мороз, не морозь меня, не морозь меня.